Imagine this. You're at a family reunion, and your great-great-grandma looks younger than you. Awkward, right? Now, what if I told you that could actually happen? What if you were the only immortal person in a world full of mortals? Sounds like a superhero movie, but let's break it down. No capes, no spandex. Just you, living forever while everyone else doesn't. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. So, let's set the stage. You're immortal. You don't age, you don't get sick, and you can't die. Sounds amazing, right? No more worrying about wrinkles. No more, I'm too old for this moments. But here's the twist. You're the only one. Everyone else around you grows old, retires, and eventually, well, you know. So, what would life really be like? Let's dive in. First, the good stuff. Immortality has its perks. You'd have all the time in the world to learn everything. Want to speak 50 languages? Go for it. Want to master every instrument? Why not? You've got centuries of practice. You could become the ultimate Renaissance person, painting like Picasso, cooking like Gordon Ramsay, and dancing like, well, maybe not dancing like a pro, but you get the idea. And let's not forget about money. Compound interest would be your best friend. Invest a little now, and in 200 years, you'd be richer than Jeff Bezos. You could buy an island, build a castle, or just live in a really fancy treehouse. The possibilities are endless.
Oh, no!
But here's where it gets tricky. Imagine your best friend. You grow up together, share secrets, and maybe even start a band called the Mortal Instruments. But while you stay forever 25, they start getting gray hairs, wrinkles, and eventually they're gone. Ouch. Now multiply that by everyone you've ever loved. Your family, your friends, your pets. Yes, even Fluffy the cat. It's like being stuck in a never-ending cycle of goodbyes. And let's talk about relationships. Dating would be complicated. You would have to explain why you haven't aged since the 1800s. Oh, this old face? Yeah, it's timeless. And even if you find someone, they'll grow old while you stay the same. It's like that movie The Age of Adeline, but without the Hollywood ending. Now, let's get practical. Living forever means you'd have to keep up with the times. Imagine trying to explain TikTok to someone from the 1700s. No, it's not a clock sound. It's where you dance awkwardly to music. And what about your identity? You'd have to fake your death every few decades and start over. New name, new job, new life. It's like being a spy, but without the cool gadgets. And let's not forget about technology. You'd have to keep learning new stuff. One day you're using a flip phone. The next you're trying to figure out how to use a holographic AI assistant. It's like being stuck in a never-ending tech support call. But the biggest challenge? The emotional toll. Imagine living through wars, natural disasters, and all the ups and downs of history. You'd see humanity at its best and its worst. And while you'd have the wisdom of centuries, you'd also carry the weight of all those memories. It's like having a million tabs open in your brain, and you can't close any of them. And what about purpose? Most people have a limited time to achieve their goals, but you'd have forever. That could be liberating, but it could also be overwhelming. Do you spend your time saving the world, or do you just binge watch every TV show ever made? Decisions. Now, let's lighten the mood for a second. Imagine being immortal and getting stuck in traffic. Ugh, this is the worst. Oh wait, I have eternity. Never mind. Or try and explain to your doctor why you haven't aged since your last checkup 50 years ago. Yeah, I just drink a lot of water and use sunscreen. Works wonders. And let's not forget about fashion. You'd have to keep up with trends or risk looking like a time traveler. One day you're rocking bell-bottoms. The next you're trying to figure out why everyone's wearing socks with sandals. It's a fashion nightmare. So, here's the big question. Is immortality worth it? Sure, you'd have endless time to achieve your dreams, but at what cost? You'd outlive everyone you love, and you'd have to navigate a world that's constantly changing. It's like being a tourist in time, but you can never go home. But maybe, just maybe, there's a silver lining. You'd have the chance to make a lasting impact on the world. You could use your endless time to help others, to create something meaningful, or to just be there for people when they need you. It's a heavy responsibility, but it's also an incredible opportunity. So, what do you think? Would you want to be the only immortal among mortals? It's a fascinating thought experiment, but it also reminds us of the beauty of our own mortality. Life is precious because it's finite. Every moment counts, and every relationship matters. So, while immortality might sound tempting, maybe the real magic is in making the most of the time we have. And hey, if you ever do become immortal, just remember, save me a spot in your fancy treehouse. I'll bring the snacks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, would you want to live forever, or are you happy with the time you've got? Until next time, stay curious, stay awesome, and maybe stay mortal.